Well guys, we bought a tank. Not an army tank, but close enough. We're gonna dive into this 1970s French-Canadian tracked vehicle. Has an old 2-stroke engine in it, should be fixable. It's been sitting for at least 15 years, maybe 20. So it should be a good project. Let's dive into it. This primer basically just disintegrated, so we won't worry about that. Looks like there's a line there. I wonder if the dang on thing is rotted off though. I'll see if I can shine in with my flashlight and see. I don't know how you get the tanks out of these, but it can't be very easy. Well, maybe not. No, I think the tank is just right here. Actually, yeah, it's right here. You just take these two little brackets. I think the tank would come out. There's some old zip ties. There's the old filler neck. So I could pull the whole tank right out. Maybe that's what I should do. Just pull the tank out of it. That wasn't much gas at all. Get in the old Iron Beast here. Not quite. here is the PPT tracked vehicle. I don't know how you pronounce it totally. I think it's PasseParTout, maybe. It's French Canadian. From the 70s, guys. Has a CCW engine on it. We got this thing running, finally. Didn't take much to actually get it going. Thing's been sitting since, we believe, 2008, so it's quite a number of years already. There's some older 90s registration stickers on it, so it's definitely hasn't been used in a while. But super cool unit. It has a couple of flaws with some of the idler wheels being dinged in there. One on each side, actually. But you guys saw we went ahead and went through the fuel system. We pulled the tank out. It was actually pretty clean inside. There's no rust, just a little bit of old gas that we dumped out. New gas, new fuel line, new fuel filter, and then just kind of got it pumping gas. Finally, she started running and found out that it was in gear the whole time we were trying to move it. So that was why it pushed so hard. It's actually got low, high, and reverse, I believe is how the shifting is. And if you want it in neutral, just put it in between gears and it'll free roll pretty easily. So yeah, the thing is getting better. We're cleaning it up. We don't know if we'll keep it. We don't, sell it. We're not quite sure there yet, but it's just a super cool little unit that you're not going to see every day. And this is the first one we've owned, obviously. We have another one to get. So we'll probably get both home and then contemplate which one we want to keep. So I'm going to continue cleaning up the machine, and then I'll probably take it for one more ride and then park it in the shed. The hood actually cleaned up quite well. Just going to put some shine on it yet, and then I'm going to go through and just kind of clean up some of the metal components on the chassis itself. I already did the shop vac and the air hose and got all that out. I didn't notice any mice nest in the engine shroud at all, so I think we're good there. I don't believe it's going to overheat and do anything weird like that. I wonder if maybe the engine was changed out. It's got a bunch of weld up on the Y-pipe, like somebody custom fabbed a Y-pipe manifold, and the double exhaust spring is kind of weird there, but maybe you guys can tell me in the comments if that exhaust is factory or not. Like I said, I don't know a lot about this. The only other thing we're struggling with is a key for the ignition switch. I found one, kind of works. It worked once and now I can't get it to turn again, so I just have it jumpered to shut it off. If I wanted the lights to work, I could wire that in too, but I'm going to try to find an ignition switch or maybe a key. I'm going to keep futzing with the one I have, and maybe I'll get lucky. But yeah, super cool rig. Kind of excited to go buzz it around a little bit. Get the other one home. That one's got an Onan engine in it. A little bit bigger, heavy-duty machine. It's got like bench seats on the side instead of this with just a little back passenger area. The tank does have a gas gauge inside on a stick, so that's kind of cool. And I just ran the fuel line. You can see up the side there, and the filter's right underneath the seat. Yeah, I greased most of the things on it, and it's actually looking quite good. So it's got that front brush guard and then the roll cage, and I do have the original cover for this thing, so that's awesome. So stick around. I'm going to clean this thing up a little bit and then see how she turns out after that. Smokes like hell. She's rich. But what a beast, guys. Here is the PPT track machine all cleaned up. I plastic shined the hood, kind of washed it and scrubbed it down. It actually looks quite good for how old it is and how long it's been sitting. It's not going to be perfect. The paint is chipping off and things like that. I wasn't going to take the pressure washer to it for that reason, but I think it turned out pretty darn good. You guys can have a look here for yourself. I think it turned out quite well from what it looked like before. There's a little bit of things I can clean up on the engine yet. Still working on getting the key to work with the ignition switch. Might end up having to do some custom things there. But I think what I'll do is I'll go take it and park it in the yard and get some photos of it. If you guys enjoy content like this where I revive old machines, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed, and leave a comment if you guys see a snowmobile in our collection that you guys would like revived and a video done on it. Let us know. We'll be taking on more projects like this one in the future, so stay tuned for that. We'll see you in the next video.